Hello fam, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is DeeDee. On this channel, we talk through my carnivore lifestyle, my weight loss journey. I give some meal ideas and so much more. So if that's something you're interested in, please hit that subscribe button and join the family. Okay, it's time to get real with you because on this channel, I want to be transparent and honest. Last week was a crazy week, but it started off crazy. Last weekend was my mother-in-law's birthday celebration, so we traveled out of town to go see family and celebrate with her. And I had about one too many margaritas. So I fell off. That's the truth. I had a few, and that set the tone for my week. As you saw, I didn't post much content because I also had a busy week with my work schedule. I work full time. I had big meetings. I had presentations. I had priority deliverables that were due. So it was a stressful week. I didn't meal prep on Sunday because I was out of town. We came back Sunday evening, and the whole week I felt like I was dragging. The only thing I was able to prioritize last week, honestly, was my workouts. And I posted that video yesterday. But last weekend started off a roller coaster effect for this past week. And today is a reset. So in today's video, we're going to completely reset. I'm going to break my reset down in 3 parts. First part, making sure that my space is ready and I feel comfortable. The second part is making sure that I'm planning appropriately for my week. And the third part, of course, we're gonna meal prep and I'm gonna show you what I'm eating this week as well. So enough chit chat, let's jump right in. So the first part of my Sunday reset is just making sure I have a clean space. I don't know about you, but I just can't focus or prep if my environment just feels chaotic and disarray. So I start off by cleaning my kitchen, getting any dirty dishes out of the sink, wiping down the counters, and then just putting away anything from the week that's just out of place. For me, a clean space gives me a clean mind. And when I'm focused, I make better decisions with food, with fitness, and overall in life. Once things are clean, I move into planning mode. I sit down and I map out my week. So this includes my work schedule. I have a few big meetings coming up. I have some things that are due, and I want to make sure that I'm taking a look at my upcoming schedule so that I can prioritize appropriately. I also take a look and plan out the content that I plan to post for you all, just really planning out my week so that I can continue to be consistent. The last piece that I plan out is the food that my family will be eating for that week. I want to make sure as I'm working on my week that they are good to go as well. So this second part of my reset definitely keeps me grounded. If I don't plan, then it's possible that I might wing it. So after last week, I want to feel strong and intentional again, and that's why I'm doing this today. And now for the main event of this video, our meal prep. I want to make sure I'm setting myself up for success this week and I'm starting off strong. So let's get into our meal prep. So today we're prepping some pork shoulder steak. We have some pork belly in the house, some chicken thighs, some bacon, and some eggs. That's our meal prep today. Let's go ahead and get started. So we are starting off with the pork shoulder steak. I wanted to start off with the item that was going to take the longest. It's going to take about 1 hour and 20 minutes. And all I'm doing here is just washing it off. And now we're going to transition over to the glass dish. I've already started with the butter. I put some butter strips on the bottom of this glass dish. And I'm placing the washed up pork shoulder steaks right in there. Now we're moving on to the seasoning process. I say this in every video because I feel like I have to because I may have some new viewers. You season your meat whichever way that you feel comfortable seasoning your meat. This is just what I choose, but if you want to just do it with just salt, please do so, okay? The seasoning doesn't impact me, so I love a fully flavored meat, so that's why I use these seasonings right here. So I've seasoned, I have flipped over, seasoned again. I'm placing just a little bit more butter, and I'm also putting a cup of water to add to that butter sauce. Now we'll move over to the oven that has been preheating at 350 degrees. We're placing it in, and after 40 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and take a look, and we're going to flip those pork shoulder steaks. So after flipping, we're placing it back into the oven for another 40 minutes. Let it cook, let it sizzle. And after those last 40 minutes, you take it out and your pork shoulder steak is done. But we're gonna put it back into the oven. You're gonna adjust your settings to broil, and we're gonna broil it for 3 minutes. After those 3 minutes, you'll take a look, and your pork shoulder steak needs to be flipped. Place it back into the oven for another 3 minutes, and then after that, it is done and ready to be plated. And that's what it looks like after it's been cooked in the oven. Nice, juicy, full of flavor. And now let's put it away for the meal prep containers. We're moving on to our chicken thighs. I'm doing the same process, using a little bit of vinegar and washing those chicken thighs with some water. And after doing that, we're gonna go ahead and move on to making sure that we are patting those chicken thighs dry. We wanna pat them dry because we're putting them into the air fryer. We're gonna place a little bit of butter on there, and we wanna make sure that that chicken thigh, it has some crispy skin. So pat them dry really good. Now we will move on to getting some butter on there. I have a helper, my daughter, that wanted to help cook in this video. She loves helping me out in the kitchen. So here I have her placing some melted butter onto these chicken thighs to create that crisp effect. And then she will move on to seasoning the meat. I remember growing up, I used to help my mom in the kitchen all the time. And it got to the point where I gained her trust, and she would head off to work and give me items that I needed to do for that day, whether it's clean the meat or clean the crabs or marinate the chicken, whatever it was, right? At that time, I wasn't too fond of that, but man, I'm telling you, that has really helped the future me in the kitchen, okay? So she has already seasoned that one side. I flipped the chicken over. She's doing the same exact process on this side as she did with the other side. And now I am preheating the air fryer to 390 degrees. So let's head on over. So we have the air fryer at 25 minutes. We are placing these chicken thighs in. We are gonna allow it to cook and come back at the halfway mark. All right, let's check on them. Yep, it's the halfway mark. We are flipping these chicken thighs over. We're letting them cook, and we will be back. They've been cooking for about 22, 23 minutes. I decided to check them out. They are good. Let's go ahead and take these chicken thighs out and plate them. That's what they look like. Crispy, full of flavor. Let's put them to the side and move on to these pork belly bites. Okay, I think I do this every other video, so I am sorry. I forgot to hit the record button, and what you missed was washing, patting dry, and actually cutting these pork belly bites. So I did all of that while I thought I was recording. And now we're just seasoning the bites, season them all over just to make sure that every bite I take is full of season. The air fryer is preheating at 390 degrees. We're going to start them off at 30 minutes and see how they do. We're placing them all into the air fryer. I'm using both sides of the air fryer. And at the halfway mark, we're checking them out. Yep, they're looking nice, golden and brown, but they're not fully cooked yet. So we're going to go ahead and flip them, give that little compartment a shake, flip all these pork belly bites over, and then allow them to cook, and we will be back. And they are done. It's been about 25 minutes, and I'm taking a look, and they are ready to be plated. There they are, nice and crispy. That skin, you could tell, oh my gosh, full of flavor. We're gonna put these to the side and move on to the bacon. We're gonna make this bacon in the oven, and my daughter's helping me place this bacon on the parchment paper, I realized that it was taking longer than needed. So I jumped in and I helped her, and this is what the bacon looks like before going into the oven. The oven is preheating at 400 degrees. This bacon will take about 20 minutes. And after it's done cooking, this is actually what the bacon looks like. This is how I like my bacon, crispy and not burnt. All right, nice, crisp to it. So we're gonna put this to the side and move on to the eggs. So you all know I just have a problem with peeling eggs. They just don't come out right. So I got this little gadget. I think it was about $5, where it pokes a hole in the bottom of the egg if you push it down, right? So I think you can see the hole. There it is. And supposedly this is supposed to make the egg peeling process much easier. Okay, so I said, you know what? We're gonna try it today, all right? And there it is. I'll be back. And we are back. I've washed the cutting board off. I've cleaned off the gadget, and we're going to try it again, okay? Because we don't quit around here. I want to see if I am able to peel these eggs and if this gadget actually works, okay? So I had to grab another egg to replace the one that I broke, and now we're moving on to the stove. So I have this water boiling on high. I'm putting a little bit of salt in it just to help the peeling process. And now I'm placing the eggs into the hot boiling water. My daughter asked me, "Oh, Mom, you're gonna burn your hands." No, baby. These hands are made for the kitchen. They don't burn, okay? So after about 10 minutes of boiling, we're moving it off of the burner. And now is the moment of truth. I put these eggs in a little bit of cool water, and now I'm peeling it. And my experience is that it's the exact same. It's the exact same for the very first egg. So I said, let me try the second egg. Okay, I guess it came out all right, but I think I've come to a conclusion. I don't think it's the gadget. I don't think it's the egg. I think it's the user. I think I just can't peel eggs. All right, here's our meal prep. So this is day one. I'll be eating some boiled eggs with some pork belly bites. And for the pork shoulder steak, I'm just gonna scramble those eggs on that day. You've seen me scrambled eggs before. It takes me about 2 to 3 minutes, so that's fine for me. And on day two, I'll have some scrambled eggs with that pork shoulder as well. And for this second meal, I have 1 chicken thigh, so I added some additional bacon to it. So I think with the extra eggs, with the pork shoulder, that'll keep me full. On day 3, same thing, just some boiled eggs with some pork shoulder bites. And the second meal, 2 chicken thighs and some bacon. And just in case I still get hungry after eating some of these meals, I stay ready, okay? Yesterday I made spaghetti for the family, and I made myself a pound of ground beef, and I put it into the freezer just in case I need to heat it up. These are the containers that are about to go in the fridge. And just in case you're wondering, I did get these containers from the Dollar Tree. And that was my Sunday reset routine. I hope this video reminds you that if you have an off week, like I did, it's never too late to reset. All it takes is one decision at a time. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.